Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to make a little video today. The first thing I did this morning was I saw that Patrick Fitzsimmons had put up a video, and in it he has pictures of a fox and a bear as he's traveling along in his car, and he put that up as he was filming the moon early this morning before sunrise, and it was just beautiful. The fox and the bear running around through neighborhoods. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so where was I? I was talking about the videos this morning that people put up with animals in them. And then I saw Political Hillbilly put up a piece where he's feeding raccoons and baby raccoons. And it was just really heartwarming. I thought that was adorable. And what it did was it made me think about time that I spent in Florida with my kids and my grandkids when we used to go camping all the time. And what we can teach our children, and especially when you have grandkids, the fun you can have with them, teaching them about loving creatures, and that includes, to me, insects. I happen to enjoy certain insects. I just find them fascinating. Now, when my kids were younger, I used to go up to a place that these people had a cabin, and there was no electric there. There was no running water. They would have to bring in their own water and electric, but it was total wilderness. And, the kids would just run out and play. The girls would go out with a friend of ours' daughter. And they came back one day, and they've got a tote. And the mommy, look what we've got. And I go over and I look inside this tote, and it's filled with snakes. Okay? They were lifting up rocks and snatching snakes and putting them in a tote. And they show me this tote, and I've got 3 girls under the age of 12, and they're running around, and they're all out there, and they're catching snakes. They grab them, and I was mortified. I'm like, oh my God, you guys got snakes. What if they bite you? What if they're... No, Mom, they're a garter snake. They're a black snake. They knew what snakes they were. And then my youngest daughter, who was like maybe 7 at the time, she reaches in and she picks the snake up by the back of the head. And she's like, see, they're harmless. And the snake's wrapping around her arm. And I was just like, oh, snakes, But that's what kids do. They go out and they catch things, and they have fun with them, and they catch all kinds of critters. Well, fast forward now to the time when they have kids that are the age that they were then. And now I'm camping with my family, my daughters, in Florida, and their husbands, and my grandkids. And I bought them this thing. It's called, I wish I had mine here. I have one, and the batteries died. I can't find it. I wanted to show it to you. It's a bug catcher, and it's shaped in the form of like a gun. And you pull the trigger, the suction pulls the bug in through the tube, and then it lands on the bottom. Now you've got the bug safely captured. You remove the bottom, you unscrew it, then you take these little houses things that they have, and you open up the thing, you put the bug inside, and then you can watch the bug. You can look at it, and the bug thing came with a little identifying different types of spiders and things like that. Well, my grandkids, I bought each one of them one of these bug collectors and little houses, along with like a bigger plastic house that you could put them in for a little while, and then you would release them after you watched them and looked how cool they were. So the story is we get to a campground in Florida, and I'm with my grandkids. There were 4 grandkids, and what they wanted to do, the fun thing they wanted to do, was go catch spiders. I like spiders. I think they're awesome. I've always been fascinated with them. And in Florida, we had some wicked, wicked ass spiders. Wolf spiders, banana spiders, jumping spiders. Jumping spiders are absolutely the coolest things ever, because if you ever see the big eyes on them and the way they move, and they were everywhere. So we wake up in the morning, and the first thing the kids are like, Nana, Nana, can we go catch spiders? And, my grown girls and their husbands, they're not into spiders. And you could just see their face. They're like, you're going to go catch spiders. And my grandkids are so into Nana going with them to hunt spiders. So out we go with our little bug guns that suck up. We caught wolf spiders. We got a banana spider that was so big we had to use a net. We got jumping spiders. We got these little spiders that had like looked like little crabs, like little crab shells on them. And when the light would come up in the morning, the webs would be out, and we'd go out there, bzz, pull the trigger, suck the bug in, put it in these things, and then watch. So we had a collection of about 6 different types of spiders. My grandson's got his little chart, and he's checking off. Look, this one's a wolf spider, and this one's a crab spider. Meanwhile, my sons-in-law, they don't like spiders. They're mortified. We've got spiders sitting everywhere in these things on the picnic table, and they'll walk by and they're like, "Can you get those things off the table, please?" But the kids and I had so much fun with these awesome spiders. And when we went to release them, we opened up this thing and I went to throw it this way. The freaking wolf spider jumps back onto the picnic table, runs across the table right towards the grown-ups, towards my sons-in-law, my daughters. They're booking ass. They're screaming. They're like, "Ah, wolf spider's out. It's thanks to you. We've got spiders running all over the place." But I had to share that story because I instilled a love to my grandkids of insects, because I showed them how awesome everything is. Everything has its place. And now, instead of going and seeing, oh, it's a spider, step, crash, kill, they respect them, they love them, they're interested in them. Even though my kids and their fathers, they're like, well, spiders. My grandkids love them. They love catching bugs with these bug catchers I bought them. And the last thing I wanted to share was something that really touched my heart because of that. We went to go fishing that same camping trip, and we're at Manatee Springs in Florida, and there was some fresh water there, which was hard to find in Florida. So I'm all excited. I get my bass fishing equipment together, and I'm going to go bass fishing. And I bring my grandson and my oldest granddaughter, and my granddaughter is about 16 there, and my grandson younger than that, maybe 9 at the time. And on the way to the fishing, I'm really booking to get there to start fishing, and they stop me, and they're like, "Nana, look at this." And I stop and I look, and it was a spider making a web, and they were watching it, and I really wanted to go to get to the fishing spot, but these kids wanted to watch the spider make the web because they had caught the spiders, they had studied the spiders, and now they're watching the way the spider was intricately putting this together. And those kids sat there. We had to have been there like 20 minutes just watching this. And they were so enthralled with the symmetry of the web and the way the spider could come up and hook and come back down. And they were watching that with such an interest. And they're asking me, Nana, how does the spider know how to do that? And I said, well, God created those spiders with the ability to know how. And isn't it amazing that in these little tiny creatures that they can construct something that's so intricate and so beautiful? It is just, if that doesn't prove creation and a creator, I don't know what does. So the story was I had to sit there with them and watch the spiders make the web. And I was thinking how happy I am that I was able to pass along my love of creatures, even spiders and praying mantises and things like that, by spending time at a campground with them, catching these things, much to the mortification of my daughter and sons-in-law that we were doing weird things like catching spiders. Just like they scared me when they were younger by catching snakes, now I get to play with their kids and catch bugs. I wanted to share that with you. It's fun to take youngsters and show them the love of the creations that are out there, including things like dragonflies and bees, last week I showed my one granddaughter that I can pet a bumblebee, how they're so mellow, because they're like, oh, it's a bee, it's a bee. I said, come here, look at that bee. It's a bumblebee. They're the most mellow bee there is. Look, and I calmly took my finger and I petted the bumblebee, and he's just buzzing around. I said, they're not bad things. They're not going to hurt you. Just don't mess with them like I did by petting it, and they won't hurt you, but you don't have to run from bumblebees. But pass on the love of creation to the children. That's the message that I wanted today, to share that story with you. Some people are terrified of spiders, and the first thing they want to do is smash them. And I want to catch them and look at them and show my grandkids the beauty in them. And on this plane, there is so much beauty. There is so much. I love animals. I love insects. Not all insects, of course, but spiders are cool. And catching them are cool, and studying them. So let me wrap this up. I do have to run and to go to the store, as much as I dislike doing that. But I hope you enjoyed my little spider catching story with my grandkids. And hope everybody has a great day. And talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.